And we're in the building with my homie Mark Cooper. What up?
What up, though, man? How you doing?
Oh, good, man. You said you're doing your release parties coming up any minute?
Absolutely, man.
Where's that at?
It's going to be at Gatekeeper Games in Berkeley, Michigan on Saturday.
Where's that at? 12 Mile or somewhere?
Yep, 12 in Greenfield.
Oh, it's right by the old Berkeley front, like over that area, huh?
Yep, right across from Green Lanterns, if you've been there.
Yeah, I know where Green Lanterns is.
Literally right across.
They got some bomb pizza, don't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's right over there. And that's an all ages event, I assume.
Absolutely.
That's what I dig about you, bro. You do it for all ages.
That's the plan.
You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta hide. You gotta hide your paraphernalia from Mark Cooper.
Not at
For
not
real.
at all, man.
No, I'm glad, man. Like we need more of that in the game, dude. Like you don't have like a bunch of negative. You know, like I don't know, man. You don't feel mad after listening to Mark Cooper.
That's kind of the game, man. It's a good feeling. Good feeling, nostalgia is how we roll.
I mean, kind of if you like already upset after hearing some music, you already got an issue. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of we need some positivity in the world.
Yeah.
That's why Nick Arcade, good positive song about video games.
Absolutely.
And I was just telling you, man, like my man Rob, what up, Rob? I know you're probably out there listening, man. Rob with 2 B's, Thursday nights here on WHFR. You guys would like probably kick video game knowledge for years.
Oh yeah,
because Rob is a video game historian. Like seriously, he knows every video game music that ever came out.
Well, I mean, we definitely got to connect. I got beat tapes and stuff he can check out. And, you know, my whole Player One series being trapped in a video game.
Yeah, you're kind of, I don't know, man, you got your thing going with this stuff, man. I like it, dude. I mean, what's your favorite video game ever?
That's kind of tough, man.
Come on, man. Give me, okay, I know. Because if somebody tells me what's your favorite hip-hop group or what's your whatever, I can't tell you. But what's in the ballpark of being some of your favorite video games? Okay,
so first, of course, it'll be like your Mario series, your Donkey Kong Country. I've always been a fan of the Halo series. That's why I went semi-pro years ago. Okay. In that, I love RPGs. So, you know, things like
role-playing games for...
Yeah. Skyrim, I like.
If you don't know the lingo.
Yep.
I
like Skyrim. Lufia, the Fortress of Doom is a deep cut. Of course, I'm into fighting games.
So do you play like on a console, or do you have like a PC that's stacked up for games? What do you do?
Well, I have both.
Okay.
And it's kind of cheating because I also have an emulator that has all the Nintendo, Super Nintendo stuff, and I play that.
It's like the black box of video games. You can basically get any game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I know. That's how I want it. You know, that's why I bought that Sega thing that had like 100 games loaded on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I felt like I had my own emulator.
Yep.
What's your favorite old school game? Like I'm talking old. You said old, but I'm talking about super old school. Like if you had to play like,
I mean, of course,
Pac-Man, or you had to do something like that, man.
It'd be like Super Mario World would be one of my Colts or Sonic 2. And
see, he always gets Super Mario slept on because he first made his appearance. His rookie card was in Donkey Kong.
Exactly.
You know,
and he was called Jumpman back then.
Exactly. They didn't give him he didn't have Luigi wasn't his homie yet.
He wasn't even called Mario yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how they figured to call Mario. I saw the making of Nintendo. Like Netflix had a series where they talked about Nintendo. I did watch that.
Yep, the games that no, not that. It was a different one, Console Wars.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. And it had all kinds of Japan. Like it's crazy what they created.
Yep.
Bro, if you had the Nintendo back in the day, you were a baller, bro. And if you had Super Nintendo, you were just like, man, you were like Nino Brown on the block.
Exactly.
Like everybody wanted to come play at your house, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there were some fights over that stuff too, man. Like real Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
And one time I went outside and threw a fireball. But that was sort of.
that's a little different.
You like those games? You like fighting games like that?
Oh yeah.
Like you know our homie who was on here, Hero and Novelist. I love that Marvel vs. Capcom concept that they had with Elzai. That was so sick.
Incredible.
Isn't it, man?
Incredible. And touching, you know, the Terminator stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bro, that novel, like, cats, you can hear that too. It's on YouTube right now. Last month's interview was with Hero and Novelist, and they broke it down, but they got a great album. That Cyberpunk Rhapsody is sweet. And you guys heard a lot of songs here on Beats to the Rhymes.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but you guys, have you ever collaborated? Have you guys ever worked together?
You know what? We've done a little bit of stuff, but there might be a situation
it's gotta happen.
Where me and Nav happen. It'll happen one day.
Because he'll lace one of your beats for sure, bro.
Oh, I know.
What kind of beat would you give him, man? You make beats, like, do you ever tailor beats to the artists like that? Or do you work with a lot of other artists on their projects? I know you did the finale joint, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Like, I've done stuff for Mega Ran is a big nerdcore artist that's out there. Of course, I've done stuff for Krim. Krim's been moving around, doing a lot of great things. Produced for a lot of people in the scene, in the community over time.
Who's like the nerdcore goat, dude? Who's like the dude? Who's like, you know what I'm saying?
That's hard. That's hard to say.
Come on, man. Who's somebody out there that spits flames?
It'd be Mega Ran. It'd be Novelist.
And Mark Cooper.
It'd be... Oh my God, there's too many.
The people on your album, or is there anybody on that album that you were like, okay, now let's see. Let me see what songs we play. What we do. After that Nickelodeon joint, what was the next one? Did Stoop Kid?
That was me.
That's just you on it. But what's Stoop Kid about? I mean, it's about you being on the porch.
Stoop Kid.
What is it about?
Stoop Kid's the play on words of a metaphor of a character that was on Hey Arnold that they kept making fun of because he was a stoop kid that was still on the stoop.
Okay.
But the reality is that the kid was homeless, so he's protecting his own domain. But being not scared to leave the stoop and actually go outside of the box and really see the world is what it's about. So it's like somebody who's scared to see the world, but there's somebody talking in that perspective of being confident. Because the funny thing, the voice of Stoop Kid is also Budnick from Salute Your Shorts, and he's also the person that was the best friend of John Connor in Terminator 2. The guy with the red head.
That kid?
That's the same guy.
The kid who like ran the other way when Arnold came with the shotgun. And he told him, you go the other way.
Yep.
He was real. He was a G too. He went and told his boy, he's like, the cops are looking for you, bro.
Yep.
Get out of here. He was like, good looking. All right, what up to that kid? He saved John Connor and he saved human existence.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for that dude there, the Terminators would have took over already.
Exactly.
So,
and that's why Stoop Kid.
Big ups to him.
Stoop Kid's not scared to leave the stoop.
I like
and
that.
That's the point.
No doubt. But I like how, who's that cat from South? Did we play Cancel? Was that my man from North Carolina?
Yeah, Sky Blue. Yep.
So Sky Blue is he another nerdcore rapper out of there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I've always heard about nerdcore because people always label certain stuff nerdcore, and I never got it sometimes because don't they even label like Lupe and people like that along the lines?
Well, the thing is, there's also, I
don't like labels. I'm not a label person.
No, I get it. But it's also adjacent. So the differences between the two is that there's people who are fans of the fandom, and then they do their play on words with it throughout the album, but it's not directly about that concept.
Okay.
Nerdcore is more of a direct focus. So, for example, you could say, I feel like I'm a Super Saiyan like Goku, but the song is not about Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Well, when I would do something, maybe I'm making a song called Super Saiyan, and all the references are Dragon Ball Z related.
Okay.
And that's where the line gets drawn between the two. Just kind of like in horrorcore, you think of ICP and, you're rapping about, killings.
Bodies in the trunk.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
But you see how it's directly focused.
But what if I switch to video games in the trunk? Is it nerdcore then? What if I got 20 Nintendo 64s in the trunk and I'm about to slang them?
Well, that's just rap.
Okay, I thought so because you know what I'm saying.
That's just rap.
Because if I just spit that, like a rare, like a Pokemon, whatever, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You know what I'm saying?
But if you decided to say you had 20 consoles in the trunk because you did a heist at a Toys R Us,
right?
It's still dealing with consoles. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by that.
That's what's up. Coming out with that song soon.
One day, bro.
I jacked all the quarters at the Pac-Man machine at Pizza Hut.
Yep. If it's still there.
It is. I just played it yesterday.
Okay.
Straight up. There's like one Pizza Hut in Wyandotte on Fort Street, and they have a Pac-Man in there.
Well,
and it still works. So like the joystick is actually smooth. Like you can actually get around those little corners where the power pellets are, and you don't get stuck in the corner and die.
Well, you got a song coming.
I tried one time playing Pac-Man on like a laptop like this. It's impossible. Doing up, down, over. You get ate by the ghost every time, bro. It's not right.
Yeah.
It's Pac-Man and Pac-Man crime.
Pretty much.
It is, dude. For real, man. And I always did. You know what I'm saying, man? I got kids, so they're always playing all kinds of crazy stuff. They play games I don't even know what they are, bro. downloading a new app on my phone.
That's where we are.
And I got like apps now that I've never had. So I got one that's about bowling now that I play. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You down with the Turtle stuff, man? I can see you doing a Ninja Turtle album, bro.
Well, not a Turtles album.
What would it be?
Well, I've done voice stuff, and it's ironic because recently I just landed a voice role in somebody's fan series.
Okay.
To play the Shredder in like a Lego series this person has. So that's cool. And then I also do the old 90s Master Splinter. Like I got like a good impression voice.
What's your voice of Master Splinter, bro?
Like remember, like so what I did was Taken, where it'll say I don't know who you are, and like
Taking the show,
the movie,
with my man who saves his daughter 5 times.
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
So what I did is I did it like
I got a special set of skills. That guy.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was like, it's like I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from, but I have a certain set of skills. And my set of turtles will come right after you.
That
you know
works.
what I mean?
Okay.
Just like really fun stuff.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
No, that's cool, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can see on a Wu-Tang album too.
Gotta love it.
Hey, man, but music's endless. You can do all kinds of cool stuff.
You really could.
They should do like a rock steady bebop hip hop album for the Turtles.
It's done already.
Is it?
Yep. And they have Shredder's Revenge. Shouts to the homie Mega Ran. He's actually on the album. And RZA and Ghost.
Are they on it?
It's a video game. They made a new.
Oh, I didn't even know. I just know that it sounds dope.
No, that came out and it like sold like 1 million copies in like a week.
Wow, now I gotta get up on it.
It's on vinyl and everything.
Man, that's like, now I feel like I slept on something.
Hey, man.
There's so much stuff out there, bro. It's
really
crazy,
dude.
Really what is up next for you, dude? What do you got cracking? You got your release party, obviously, Saturday. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, you're starting filming for the Power Rangers coming up.
Yep.
What music-wise? You getting more beat battles? I know you won a few of those.
Yeah, I just got done.
How did that go?
Well, I just newest champion for March Madness this year, so that was cool.
How do you still break out them battle beats, huh?
You got to, man.
But you don't like rap. That's not your rap thing. That ain't like when you do a lot of your rap stuff. That's not the kind of beats you're rapping on, is it?
You know what? It's a little bit of both.
Is it?
I've gotten to the level where I can make a beat that can work for a beat battle, but it can also work as a song. And that's kind of the translation that you want to be able to do over time. Like something that Nick Speed and Apollo Brown told me and Blizz like a decade ago. He said, you guys got fire particular beats, but if they're too intimidating, no rapper wants to get on those kind of things. So you don't want to get into this circle of making battle beats over and over and over again, because then you lose the artistry of being able to make them on an actual record.
Right, because when you got those kind of beats, you kind of got to attack it that way too.
Absolutely.
You got to come on some Royce spit.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we learned from like battling in iStandard and going across the globe battling, other producers from other states and cities, even countries. And that's something that me and Blizz had to understand. And that was kind of our side quest journey to bring back to Detroit. And they're like, how did you learn how to do this kind of stuff? Like, where'd you get this idea? Where'd you get this inspiration for the sound? And to be honest, it was just like we were going soul searching as producers, I would say.
I mean, I haven't been to a beat battle in a long time, but when I go to beat battles, they were always hard hitting drums, hard snares, a lot of ruckus going on, a lot of horns or something just blaring like boom, boom,
and it was mixed too.
Yeah.
That was the thing that really separated us from a lot of different things in battles, is that we had to learn how to make a cleaner mix and be prepared for any kind of speaker system whatsoever. If it's too much bass, it's going to be muddy.
Drown it out bad.
Right. If it's too much bass, it's going to be muddy. If it's there's too much of a hi-hat, it's going to have this really high piercing
Yeah, because you're going to go to different places that have like weak systems, louder systems.
Exactly.
It's like performing, man. You know how it is. You get on some of these stages and like you have no monitors. You can't hear this and that, but you got to be prepared for that.
Right.
That's why these cats like want to rap over all their own stuff and all that. It doesn't translate because you got horrible system. You can hear it all.
Exactly.
It's just blaring in the background and you don't hear yourself. You got a lot of tracks that you have out there with Detroit hip hop artists right now.
Yeah.
Like what's some of the cats you worked with who you really liked? We know you did Finale 62. You did like what 4 or 5 beats on there.
Mm-hmm. And I did on the coronavirus project with Miss Corona.
Okay,
I got
the ones you put on the vinyl.
Yep, I got 2 of those on there. Another one I did was on 101. That was with Marv One, Ron Dance, and Rose Spit. The track called 3-Man Weave. I did something there.
Okay.
Just different various artists.
Who's a cat that you love to spit on one of your beats that in Detroit? You know what I'm saying? Who's somebody that you hear that you're like, man, this dude kill it?
Well, I mean, of course, I would love to get, Elza on a record.
Okay.
I was blessed to have a good amount of the rappers that I thought were really dope already on songs, either with me or any of those. But of course, I would go big. I mean, I would love to have M. I would love to have Royce,
And I would love to hear like M on some of the stuff that's out here now. Which I think he did. I do think he did a lot of that in his new album. His album had a lot of different.
Yeah, at our homie Foul Mouth.
Yeah, it had Foul Mouth on it. It also had like a few other cats on there that I don't even know if I was sure who they were. You know what I'm saying? He obviously. It wasn't like you were listening to old, back in the day hip hop.
But the cool thing is not only that, I would love
that Cole Bennett cat.
Yep, he was dope. And what I wanted to do is one day, maybe it could be, M is a nerd too.
He even says on his new album, he said it's something about him just a nerd.
Nerd to the core.
Yeah,
and it felt, I felt seen.
Yeah. He put it down on there. He even said that. He was like, yep. So I heard it, bro. I was like, man, you know who he is. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
You can't be that lyrical like that if you haven't been to it. I mean, come on, man.
One of the best technical rappers I've ever heard.
Come on, let's be real. Most nerds are smart. You don't get too many dropout dumb nerds. I mean, like real.
Kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? You get both.
I mean, I haven't seen too many cats living on the streets that are just like as smart as some cats. You adapt.
It's a roll of dice at this point, man.
Only nerds I don't like is the Candy. I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
They get in the carpet. They get everywhere.
That was funny.
That's the only one. That's the only. I guess. That's the only. That's the only discrimination I got against any nerds.
Yeah,
okay.
Gotcha.
I do like Revenge of the Nerds. Great movie.
Yeah. Lambda.
It was a great movie, dude. So Goonies, all that, man. That's all right up my alley.
Absolutely.
You ever been to Astronomicon?
Yep.
You been there? All right, cool. Those are my boys over there. I just saw my man Insane E and the Magic Ninja crew the other day. But
you said Insane Ian?
Yeah, Insane E.
Oh, Insane E. Okay. There's a nerdcore artist that's out of Ohio that does parody, kind of like Weird Al Yankovic. Ironically, his name is Insane E.
Well, Insane E's from Ohio too, but Insane Ian.
Yep.
He does parody. Like what kind of parody?
Just kind of like you think of Weird Al Yankovic parody the songs, and, and there's a nerd scene of that. And like for Ninja Sex Party, they make a bunch of sex
wild
stuff. But they sell out tours.
So you're saying there's a P. Diddy scene of nerdcore?
Well, they don't do anything like that.
Okay,
at all,
that's what I want to make sure. I've heard about some of those conventions can get kind of wild.
They can be, definitely.
They can.
Yep, stay out of the way.
Like all them cats who dress up in costumes, like in big old furry costumes, stuff like that. So hey, it's all good, man. What's your favorite mascot, bro, out there? You down with that kind of stuff? You ever see like like the dudes that dress up like mascots?
Oh, you mean like the furries?
Yeah, like do they go to those conventions too?
They do. It's a whole nother world of that.
I bet there is, because I went to that one. It wasn't Astronomicon. It was another one. It was like
FurryCon,
Novi or something.
Oh, Motor City.
Yeah, it was Motor City Con, but there was all that there. Like, and I didn't know if it was all the same thing.
It is, but it isn't.
Okay.
Like, just like how you were saying with subgenres and things like that. There's that aspect too. Like there's people who dress up like in like the Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Big fandom, or they'll do like furry costume stuff like that, and then there'll be raves.
With the cosplay thing's huge.
Yes,
but when you're like dressed up as like doing the Power Ranger stuff, would that even be considered cosplay because you're actually a Power Ranger?
Well, for me, no.
That's what I'm saying.
But if I go into a con and I'm wearing that, at the con.
Yeah, because like
it's considered cosplay.
yeah, like if some other dude rose up as the Green Ranger, then he's the cosplay version, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. Just want to make sure I got my facts right.
Yeah, there's a lot of individuals that dress as the Green Ranger, the Red Ranger. They dress up as Transformers. I mean, it's just the admiring of the art.
I bet the money that goes into some of that is ridiculous.
Very, because most of them make their costumes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's got to be like a passion or something that just is.
It's a passion. They go into cosplay contests and then they win hundreds and maybe thousands of dollars.
But those are the dudes that be digging your music, huh?
Pretty much. And the individuals that we know that grew up with that, like, man, I was such a fan of Pokemon. I was such a fan of Power Rangers. And then you bring them in. So I focus on the nostalgic part of nerdcore.
That's cool.
So I'm rapping about things that everybody remembers.
Right, you're like old school nerd. You're like, yeah, you're taking them down like the memory lane with it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I gotta imagine a lot of these cats are probably newer to it.
Yep.
They probably don't have the same like reference point.
Yeah.
It's crazy what we think old school is and what other people think old school is, All right, so far as the Green Ranger goes, man, like, how many hours a week are you doing this thing to just shoot?
Well, to be honest, it's not. We were doing a lot of our choreography training stuff, like on Sundays and all that. But I've been preparing probably in the gym, probably about 1.5 years, 2 years for the role. So I just been, that's how I lost the mass amount of.
Did they tell you got to get in the gym, dog?
No.
All right.
It was it was a way of motivation because, in 2012, 2013, I was diagnosed with type 2 at the time. And, that was a life shocking experience. And I had to figure out a way to be able to, turn my life around so I can, be around.
Right.
And when the Power Ranger role came up, and then they were like, yeah, I'm thinking, I've been wanting to be a Power Ranger since I was 6. I was like, I'm 36. Like, what does this mean? You know what I mean? And then, like, they were saying, yeah, you got the role, and then we're just going to get ready for it. And then I got inspired to go in the gym more because I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make this happen. And then that was around the time that, Tommy Oliver, a.k.a., the real original Green Ranger that we all watched and grown up with as kids, he passed away. And it put me in a real dark place with it because he's like one of my biggest inspirations.
How old was he?
He was 50, like 49, 50, but it was by suicide. So,
right.
So it was.
I just saw that happen to Chino XL too, man. It's sad.
Unfortunately, man. You know what I mean? And it gives you an idea to understand that life is short, and if you're gonna go for the things that you want to in life, you got to go for it, and you got to do whatever it takes to get you there.
True, man, because you don't know how much time you got. Time's very valuable, so.
Absolutely. So until that phone call comes when God is like, it's time for you to come home or something, you know what I mean? You're on this earth for a reason. Make sure you find your purpose and also treat others with fairness and kindness too. Because, you never know what other people are battling.
Bro, you have no clue what people are going through, man. It's there's so much crazy stuff going on in the world, man. And,
yeah.
And then you're just forced to live your life and go out there in public and interact with other people that you don't know what they're going through.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's crazy how life is, man. I know, but we just keep pushing on. I'm glad to see you doing all the stuff you're doing, bro. I mean, like I said, since the last time you've been here, that's been like a 10-year gap. A lot of things in 10 years happened,
Oh yeah, good amount.
But still, what's the illest thing that you've done so far that you man, that you're just the most proud of making happen?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of things that's been on our path. Like, of course, the Guinness World Record thing with the team with the longest freestyle.
Yeah, that happened That happened like probably before COVID and all that, right?
That was like 2018.
How did that go, bro? I saw Foulmouth rapping in there.
It was 10 of us. It was me, Soup MC, Foulmouth, Mike Phelps, Mahogany Jones, D Essence, Mr. Furious, and Elijah Day.
Do you have to like take rotations or bathroom breaks or like?
Well, here's the thing. The way they had it is that we do 4 hours and then we get a 20-minute break in between. So we were rapping for 25 hours.
That's crazy.
got to the point that it's like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then everybody's just drained. Like I rapped probably, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 hours of that, and my voice was gone at that point.
Mr. Furious usually raps 7 hours anyways.
Right. So like it got to the point where it's like me and Furious were going back and forth, and then Mike.
He'd still be rapping if you just stop him.
Oh yeah, he was the only person that was flat like, we could just go another 2 hours and we'd be all right. And I'll be like, that's why I love Furious.
Then nobody's gonna break the record in 300 years.
Exactly. But that's what it is. I mean, like, that's the cool thing about Furious, man. I always loved his passion. Regardless
hip-hop
of
motivation speaker.
Regardless of whatever happens, you know for a fact he loved what he did.
Yeah, he gonna do some rap. He gonna, for sure.
Exactly.
Dude, I know Mr. Fierce since he was like 14 years old, bro. He was still rapping then just like that. Trust me. He ain't never stopped.
I don't think he ever will.
No, that cat's gonna be rapping forever, dude.
Forever.
So, man, is there any other cool rapping cats out there who doing stuff like you are, like that are involved in TV and stuff like that they should check for?
Well,
like who is people they should check for? I mean, a lot of our listeners may not even know who half these cats are.
Oh no. So first one is somebody I've been rapping with since day one. His name's Mike Jack.
Okay.
And it's play on words because his actual real name is Michael Jackson, so it makes it funny when we were kids. But he's definitely does a lot of great stuff.
So you knew him since you were a kid?
We started rap together as kids.
What age was that?
17.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
17. What were you doing at 17, man? What'd you start rapping on?
Well, you're gonna laugh. We rapped on a PS2 microphone.
Okay.
Called Bring On the Mic, and it had Jadakiss on the cover.
Okay.
So it was a USB microphone that you got with the PS2 connection. And that's how we rapped. And then we had a Cubase LE. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know what mixing was or nothing. We were just recording.
Was that PlayStation Music Generator on that?
Nope. It was a game by itself.
Okay.
Jadakiss had a game by itself.
Man, there used to be games by rappers. Like, you used to have Def Jam Vendetta. You had that other one,
Fight for New York.
Yeah, man. What's up with that? We need to bring back a good rap game.
Well, you already know how some of that stuff can be. Now it's to the point where, like, I forget. Well, I think it was Epic that made that. Epic and THQ at the time. And I believe THQ decided to dip, for what I remember. Because, they're the ones that made No Mercy and WrestleMania and WCW versus NWO Revenge.
Oh, that was a bad game.
Like, they made all those. But I think they went and separated and went into a different genre of games. And then when that happened, they tried Def Jam's Icon, and people just did not like it. And it was like, we're not even going to
I don't think I ever played Def Jam Icon. What was that?
Well, you definitely don't want to play it.
Okay, good.
So
I just know Vendetta was dope.
Yes, Vendetta was crazy. Fight for New York was awesome.
But you had it it's only on like PlayStation 2 or something. You can't. There's nothing. It's not on no other console.
It was on GameCube. And,
was it?
And
Xbox,
okay. I believe. Yeah.
But I just know you can't get any more.
You can.
Well, you got the emulator. You got everything.
No, man. They've literally.
How can I play Def Jam Vendetta right now?
I mean, they have the emulator stuff, but me and Blizz actually go to game shops and stores and stuff, and you can find those.
I'm sure they probably got them. Yeah.
Yeah, you can find stuff, but you're gonna pay for it.
Of course.
But you can find it.
So I'm saying I don't want to pay for it. I just want the free copy.
I understand.
I just want a bootleg, bro. I want to be able to play it for a couple minutes.
Well, that's where.
Then throw it to the side. I bought enough games at game stores for my kids, and they don't play it. I buy a console and spend a bunch of money, and then they play it.
Yep.
For like a month. Now the Wii's just chilling in the living room. It's like a paperweight.
It really is.
For real. What's up with that, man? And they want a Nintendo Switch. Well, get out of here. You better switch and get a job. That's what I told them.
Exactly.
For real. That's what's up, bro. Well, anything else you want to let cats know what's happening with you, man? Where's the best place to find your stuff? The website?
Oh, it's simple, man. I mean, just follow me at It's Mark Cooper. It says ITSMARKCOOPER. And if you follow, you're a superstar. That's just how it works.
And the show on, what time does it start on Saturday?
It'll be about 7 o'clock.
In Berkeley?
Yep.
Good old Berkeley. What's that one store in there? 24 Hours or something in Berkeley? Don't they got a?
I think it's called 24 Hours, like a bar.
I haven't been there in a lot. No, there's like a store that has a bunch of old like vintage.
Time Travelers.
Time Travelers. That's the name of the spot.
Yeah, it's about a block or two up the street.
So it's right over there.
Yep.
Everything in Berkeley's like in like that section.
Yeah.
I just kind of dig Berkeley. It's all right.
Childhood stuff, yep.
No, that'd be cool, man. Saturday, 7:00, huh? So, man, see, that's that's my kind of time show now. I like the early show.
And the way this show is different than any kind of performance show. It's a silent disco party. So you could be able to hear the album in entirety, get your own pair of headphones, be able to play board games. There's a Dungeons and Dragons type of store. So there's different kinds of things like Uno. There's an open bar in there as well. And you'll be able to hear not just the first album that's out, but you get to hear the preview of the second album because it's a full story.
So you have another album that you're dropping?
It's a double album for the launch tape.
Okay.
That's why it ends on a cliffhanger, because now part 2 is there, and you get to hear all the different storylines. That's why I like making my albums, to make it a journey.
You make mostly albums. You ain't one of them dudes that just put out like one song here and there.
Not usually.
I don't like that too much anymore, man.
Normally a single would be to lead to an album, but now it's people just going to be
like just put a song out, put a single out.
Right, and then it doesn't really have any personality to it. It's like it sounds like you came out with it. But the thing is, I understand the hustle of the reason why they do certain things.
It keeps it relevant. You know what I'm saying?
You can keep going that way.
You gotta have a game plan of how you do that, because to me, I gotta hear, if you're an artist who don't put out albums and stuff, I just can't really get into you and really buy into you like that. I can listen to you here and there, but I can't put you in my car and just rock.
Exactly.
That's what I like when I hear you put out, and that's a long album, bro. There's a lot. How long is the album?
16.
How much length? Is that over an hour?
Nope. About 45 minutes.
Okay. I mean, that's more than most these days. I mean, to be honest with you, it's like the new album's more like 30 minutes now. You know, I mean,
or less.
Like, for real, you can just have a couple, you can have 10 songs with 2 seconds space to call it an album now.
Unfortunately.
I know, bro. This stuff's just crazy how they do that. Or you got to have a slow down version, a fast version, closed caption version.
Oh, yeah, all those maxi single things. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. These people trying to get all these streams by just having all this stuff. They're just polluting. To me, it's just polluting the airwaves. It's like polluting the world with more garbage.
Yeah, which I can understand. But like I said, at the same time, the cool thing about the internet is that you get the choice of what you really want to listen to.
Yeah.
And then you can support who you want to support. And then you can, follow the cult following from there. And you know that you're supporting that individual artist. Is not always you feel like you support them, but it goes directly to the label, or it goes to whatever third party or anything, or a middleman. They know it's coming, you made the stuff, and then they can directly support you in some way, form, or fashion.
No, that's what's up. Support Mark Cooper for sure. You know what I'm saying? Glad to have you on Beats of the Rhymes tonight, man.
It's an honor, man. I'm glad.
It's cool you got back in here, and I'm doing this again. You've been out here making it crack, and dude, music, good stuff. What else?